Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your guru, Coach Tanya, and I am live. So tonight we are talking about, of course, financial and mental wellness, but we're talking about fixing your credit. So welcome. I am Coach Tanya, your financial and mental wellness coach, founder of Transformational Coaching Services. And tonight, we are going to be learning how to get your credit in alignment for your big purpose purchase. So that's why you're here. But we're going to talk about what credit is, how you can boost your score, the different types of credit, the 5 C's to credit if you're interested in starting a business, your rights as a consumer, how you can sue creditors for doing you wrong, and definitely how to start your alignment process today. So, welcome again. We're going to talk about credit. What in the world is credit? And why do we need it? Why is it important? Why is it such a big thing? Well, you definitely know if you are here, you are having some difficulties or some challenges with credit and buying things and doing those things that you definitely want to do. So because of that, you experience challenges. Stops you from making those big purpose purchases. You may be wanting a home and you can't get it, the home that you desire, that dream home. You may be wanting a car. You may be wanting to start a business. And yes, there is a thing such as business credit and starting and building your business credit. But when you're a brand new business owner, it's difficult to establish business credit if your credit is bad. So yes, the personal credit is a definite strong aspect to starting a business. And of course, as a financial wellness coach, I also teach you how to launch and start your business the right way with fixing your personal credit and establishing business credit as well. So credit is to borrow money or to access goods or services with the intention that you're going to, or with the intention and the understanding that you're going to pay this person back later. So you have an agreement, and as the one receiving the money, you're called the borrower. The one that is giving you the money or the services, they're the creditor. So the person that gives you the credit finds you credit worthy if they establish or discern that you are able to carry on this debt and take care of it. So when you have credit, all of your information from your credit report goes into a file. That file then transfers into credit bureaus, which of course you've probably heard of: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Also, credit unions and credit cards and other people who do business with you can also be known as creditors that look up your credit report. So what the credit is, it's a 3-digit score or a 3-digit number that determines if you are credit worthy. So remember, when somebody's loaning you something, they're going to look up your 3-digit score to see if you're credit worthy. That credit worthy is definitely important because it will carry over into the rest of your life, and it will prevent you from getting those big purpose purchases, or either if you do get them, you'll have higher interest rates, and we'll talk about that briefly a little bit later. So your credit score is calculated through a statistical analysis that ends up as what is known as your FICO score, FICO, and your Vantage score. Now, these factor whether you get approved or not, and when they take those factors into account, they're only looking at your credit report to get their information. So credit is definitely a valuable tool that you can use to leverage to increase your comfortability into your own life. How do you boost your score? Definitely want to start off with disputing inaccuracies. And that's what we're going to focus on mostly, because that's the reason why we're here. You want to fix your credit. So you want to start the process, and I'll give you two different options or two different ways where you can do it, or you can do it yourself, or you can join the program. But you want to start the disputing process, so that will break down some of the damage to your score and begin to build your score up and increase it. Some other ways would be to pay your bills on time. So you definitely want to pay your bills on time, and we'll talk about that why later, or a little bit later. But paying your bills on time definitely helps you to prove that you are credit worthy. You want to do credit repair, and again, the disputing process. You want to dispute the parts of your credit that are inaccurate. So as much as inaccurate, you want to start that disputing process. Then you want to get a credit card. There is an option that I can offer you as well, with you getting a unsecured credit card, a secure credit card, and you will be able to take that credit card because it reports to the 3 credit bureaus, and it shows them that you are credit worthy. So it helps you to build your score. Then if you're a renter, of course, if you're trying to buy a home, pretty much you are renting, more than likely. And as a renter, you can definitely report your previous rental history payment onto your credit score. And by doing so, it boosts your credit score. And another way is you want to have both types of credit accounts. So we're going to talk about the types of credit that you actually need to have in order for you to establish a good credit-worthy credit score. So the 3 types of credit, 2 of them, the one we were just talking about, you want are the installment credit and the revolving credit. But we're also going to be talking about open credit as well, which is also a process of building your credit. So what is an installment type of credit? It's when you borrow one lump sum and you pay it back in installments. So this would be like a mortgage or student loan or car loans. And when you're done making the payments, the account is closed. Then you have the revolving credit. That's more so when you borrow and repay, like as a credit card. So you would use your line of credit up to the maximum amount allowed. You get to control the borrowing in this situation. And the lines of credit could change, but it could change when your balance is due. But when your balance is due, you definitely have to pay the balance in full. So again, that's like a credit card. And then you have the open type of credit. This is where you have monthly payments that vary, but your balance is due in full at the end of each month. So that would be like a light bill or gas bill or something like that, cable bill, phone bill. So how your credit is affected, and we're going to talk about the components of credit, so that you'll know how the calculation is mandated. So there are 5 components to credit: payment history, the amounts owed, the length of credit history, new credit, and credit mix. So your payment history actually makes up 35% of your credit, and that's looking at collections and bankruptcies, and do you pay your bills on time, or do you pay late? So that is a major component. That is the biggest portion of the credit pie. The next 30%, which is the amounts owed. So you definitely want to pay attention to making your payments on time, and you definitely want to pay attention to not maxing out your credit card. So the amounts owed would be how much money do you owe, and the creditors will be looking to see, are you a risk? Are your accounts maxed out? Because there's a thing that when you have a credit card, you only want to use about 30% of that card, and that's to keep good credit. But if you want to make it even better, about 10% of the card. So if you have a credit balance of $100, then you only want to use about $30 on that card, and you want to use that $30 and pay that $30 off. The length of credit history is 15%, so they look at the oldest to the newest account. And just so you know, having no credit is just as bad as having bad credit, because creditors want to see that you're an established borrower and you can pay back. And they want to see a history of you actually doing this. So it's better to actually have a longer credit history than no credit at all. And then 10% is for new credit. Now, this is when you open up, new credit is when you have credit cards, retail accounts, mortgage loans. That's when you have all of the accounts, the various different types of accounts. So the accounts that you're opening up, whether you're getting a credit card or starting a retail account or financing a loan or something. So the new credit, that counts for 10%. So you want to be careful with opening up accounts. You don't want to open up too many accounts at one time, or too many accounts back to back to back to back, because it will look like you are a risk, and they will slow down your approval process, if not hinder it at all. And then lastly, 10% is the credit mix. This is the type of credits used. So the various types of credit, the installment, revolving, open, you want to balance those out. You want to have a mixture of those types of credit. So when you apply for new credit, there is something that's called an inquiry. And that inquiry is somebody inquiring about whether they want to give you credit or not. Those can actually drop your credit score, and they stay on your credit for 2 whole years. So you want to be careful when you have credit inquiries. You don't want to apply to too many things, because it will definitely drop your credit score. And also knowing the FICO score, however, although it does go back 2 years, the FICO score only looks back at the last 12 months. But again, having too many inquiries on your account, it does lower your score. Now, it's okay for you to check your own credit score, so keep that in mind. And your personal credit score will definitely be the most important part of getting a business loan, and I talked about that before. So now we're going to go to the 5 C's to credit, and this is pretty much if you are focusing on starting a business, and I'll be brief with this. So the 5 C's to credit is character, capacity, capital, collateral, and condition. So character is, who is the company? What's the company's reputation? Where does management want to take the company? So the goals of the company will establish your character. So do you have a good business character? Are you an established company? Capacity, this is the level of profitability. So your profits in your business must show that you're able to manage the loan that you're trying to take out. Capital, what is the financial structure of the business? Is it able to raise the capital that may be needed for paying the money back? And does the company have sufficient amount of capital? Capital, of course, is those things that allow you to make money within your business. Then collateral, what security does the company have? Where will the security be held? What's the appropriate security measure? What things do they take to make sure that money does flow into the business that they could use as leverage? And then condition, what attractiveness of your business is in that particular industry. So what your business, if your business is in the hairstyling industry, what attracts your business to bring in more money than the other hairstylists? So you definitely want to keep that in mind. Then you want to talk about the rights as a consumer. As a consumer, you definitely do have rights, and there are laws that creditors definitely have to follow. They can't just do anything with your credit, even though they try to. And if you don't know your rights, you will definitely become a victim of their demise. So one of the rights or laws that is very familiar with a lot of people is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, they regulate how companies report accounts on your credit report. And if they are reporting incorrectly, then you definitely have a right to dispute that and take care of it. And if they don't fix it, then there's a process where you can actually sue them to get compensation, typically $1,000, but you can sue them for every incident that they have on your credit report. But of course, that's a process, and we talk about that. If you are interested in that, you can definitely book a session with me, and we can talk about that during that session. But other acts is the Fair Credit Billing Act. Now, this act, the FCBA, regulates how something's wrong with my phone. Okay, so this act regulates how creditors can bill you. It protects you from all of those hidden and illegal fees. So, okay, I'm getting alerts on my phone. That's what that is. Okay, sorry about that. So with knowing these particular acts, and there are many others that you can research and look up. And again, if you want to know more about your rights as a consumer and the acts that are involved, that'll help you pursue suing the creditors, then you'll get that information from a coaching call. So again, when you have a creditor reporting on your account, they have to make sure that it's accurate and everything is verifiable and complete. If it's not, then you have a right as a consumer to report that to the agencies to have them remove it. And that is definitely part of the credit repair process. We work closely with the laws and understanding what can go on your credit and what can't, what is able to be removed. And with that information, based off the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Credit Billing Act and all of the other acts, then you're able to figure out what is able to be removed from your account. So again, all of that to say, you can definitely start the process. Definitely start the process, because you have to understand that if you want to make a big purchase, you have to make a big step in life. If you want those things that are divinely designed to be for you, then you have to be brave enough to step into the divine realm and absolutely align yourself with the purpose of your intention. So if you want that big home, why do you want that home? You have to definitely tap into all of that. And then you get down to the nitty-gritty of fixing your credit. And you definitely want to be careful, because with the credit repairing restoration process, there are multiple array of things that you can enjoy with the particular program if you were interested in joining today, where you can learn how to restore your credit. You'll get tips and tools on how you can actually take the steps and be active against having bad credit, and being proactive and preventing even further damage to your credit. So again, if you are a home renter, you can definitely report that. And even if you want to start off with that particular process, you can definitely do that. There's a credit card, again, available for you to report to all 3 credit bureaus for you to be able to start that process. So there are multiple ways that you can increase your credit score. There are multiple reasons why. Again, if you want that big purpose purchase, then you definitely have to step your game up and make a big purpose decision. So whether you want to sign up for credit repair, you want to find your way getting in alignment with the process, then you definitely want to reach out to me. I'll actually... So you actually want to reach out to me, and I am going to drop my booking link right now. And you definitely want to book a call with me so that we can get you started, and we can absolutely figure out what's the best path for you to take. So whether it is just reporting your rent, whether it is just starting that credit card, whether it is actually doing the credit repair yourself, I help guide you through that, or whether it is you joining the company or the program that I'm going to introduce you to get the process started for you. In that program, you have an attorney that's available for you to do all of the paperwork for you. Everything is done for you. All you have to do is confirm and mail off. That's it. Or you can do the process yourself. So it's definitely up to you. But go ahead and take the time to book you an appointment, and it's free. It will definitely allow me the opportunity to get closer to you, to understand what it is that you need specifically, and we can get you started. So that is all I have for today. Again, this is your girl, Coach Tanya, your financial and mental wellness coach, founder of Transformational Coaching Services, where you can transform your finances and your mindset all in the same process, so that you can begin a new life for yourself, starting with fixing your credit and making that big purpose purchase today. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I'm out. Bye.